Nba ye kene mu no nwannem anya abiakwa ọzọ anya mu na ya na ebe Ugomma nwaanyi malumma nwaanyi chela Icsn we chi anyo chikwa anyo ofuma ifu nwan na-ekwu maka ya asa nwa omalicha biko ndeba ye kene mu no biko kan rapukwa ya ka o jiri aka ya kowo onwe ya ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to our former and one of our best Icsn president, you know.
Oh my gosh.
So she did very well for us, and we just want to say a big, massive welcome to her. So I'll hand over the mic to her so she can introduce herself. Because I only know I know English because you come mic today. Because when you are so English, I have to get
You're not serious. Your introduction was so lovely, and then you wanted to come and spoil it by teasing me. It's not fair. I'm Ugomma Okore. I was the president in 2014 to 2015, and before that, I was the admin exec from 2013 to 2014. I've been part of Icsn since 2011, I think. Very long time. Yeah, and obviously I love it. I've been part of our dance troupe Egwaganu for almost the same amount of time. I think it was from its beginnings in like 2012 or 2013. So yeah.
Then how did you hear about Icsn? Amaka the movie. Amaka Max. Don't worry now. You're the next.
So yeah. So it was through her. We went to college together.
Oh wow.
And so then she had told me about Icsn, and so then I came and I never left. So
because Imana is join Icsn Nambu, and you will join a different department. But in B Battle of if a man you like you join the organization, what made you want to join when you first arrived?
So I'd grown up really with only knowing Igbo people that were either children of my parents' friends or like close relatives, and like maybe like specks of Igbo people here and there, like in school. More so in college is where I met more of us. And so then in finding out about Icsn, I was grateful because suddenly I was like, oh, here we all are. For so many years, I'd grown up without them. And obviously, I love my people. So being able to be part of an organization where I'd get to learn so much more about my culture, be part of a community of people that were like me, that were born and raised in the UK or in the diaspora, but want to so much engage with our culture, even if we are not able to be present in our country. So yeah, that was really the main thing for me in terms of joining Icsn.
So when we joined each other, what is it? Can it feel like it's a Maka Icsn? Can it feel like what?
No, it's okay.
English.
I think the beauty of Icsn, the thing that I like so much about it is that it is a place where no matter what level of engagement you've had with Igbo culture previously, it is somewhere that you'll be able to call home. It's somewhere that you'll be able to find like a real community of people and find like real friends that are like you on so many levels. It's a place of learning, and it's a safe space for learning. I say this particularly about when it comes to the language aspect of things, because I'm sure, like many people, I was a person who, even though I wanted to always learn to speak Igbo, even from when I was young, like from when I was 5, but like for various reasons, like my parents were like really encouraged me to like know and speak and understand the Queen's English, and I don't know, maybe felt that speaking Igbo would somehow corrupt my accent or something like this, and which obviously just isn't true because obviously I have met people that speak English perfectly, speak Igbo perfectly, speak English perfectly, speak Chinese perfectly, speak English perfectly, speak Turkish perfectly, like speak English perfectly, speak Bengali perfectly. And so it's not like one does not have to be a problem for the other. I don't, and I think that actually it was a setback for me in so many ways in having to learn it as an adult. It's actually hard because you're learning something that you're almost having to feel like a baby when you're learning it, and you're learning a language that is tonal. English is not tonal like that. It's so, and then you have our people. I love our people, but this thing, we have to do better. Where you'll be trying to speak to them. They know that you are learning, but then they will be replying to you in English. Is that helping your learning? It's not helping you.
So you may mention kita ngana suge Igbo. Man translate. Yeah, because kita man not translators anymore.
No, I'm not saying that you should listen. It's obviously at the start of this interview, I said, let us do this thing in English. Then you're saying no. I understand why you're saying no. But what I'm saying is for the sake of
English I know,
I'm saying for the sake of the flow of the conversation. I know that you know that I understand you. Obviously, my understanding is fine. But I'm saying, obviously, if we are both speaking in Igbo, there's a beauty of the flow of it. Do you understand?
Genuine, no make sense. Nansu chibo ntwalo ko na English ki we wata ko yensule. Kan so di Igbo then go aga wata yensule. So also gizam na English, also gizam na Igbo. Basalam. Is you okay with that?
Okay.
So if a tata,
you have come already. You're excited. I can see this guy. You lot
if a tata, I na sige ne. After gaba maka if I na kwadi ime tata. I na kwada nuku memme I say sense nine say I bia kai too fafa kai bia kwe fa na kwada ime nuku ife I na 25 years anniversary man kan to an kai wata gife na so makia am go we so I na sige ne ye ni me check the Icsn kedi fi ya gwafa nda na kwada nuku memme ana abi me kita kedi fi ga gwafa.
See, there was so much in there, and I understood maybe like.
If you understand it, if you understand.
No, I know, but I don't know. So this is what I'm saying. Translate small. That's what I'm saying.
So we just want to say a big, massive thank you for coming.
Yes.
We invited you out here for this big occasion that we're planning to do, our 25 years anniversary.
Yes.
And we just want to say, what word of encouragement would you speak about, or what is your expectation for the 25 years anniversary we're planning today?
Okay. See, I just see
English.
No, but you see, there was some of what you said I got, but some of it I missed, and this is why I'm saying I want to be able to clarify. That's all.
No, yeah, English. English.
No, 25 years is a big deal, and that's the first thing that I want to say. To have an organization like this and to have come through all the stages that it has in the last 2.5 decades is a massive achievement. So honestly, well done to everybody who has been part of it in any small way to, being like me, being a president at a point. The service that we have given is the reason why Icsn has lasted and will continue. I think that's really what's most important, is that no matter what we go through as an organization in terms of growth, in terms of any degrees of struggle, really understanding the purpose behind what we're doing is what will encourage and should encourage you and encourage those who want to be able to join in serving to serve, and to serve with your whole heart. Because people like us who obviously came into this and were like, oh my gosh, look at this amazing thing that we have in this country that we didn't even know about. There are people that are coming behind us that need this. And therefore, it's so important that we continue to be the pillars and uphold this really amazing organization and continue to really push it forward in all the ways that it needs to be. I think that's what's really most important to think about.
With all your experience, I know about English because you know. If any me go na Icsn, the experience anyway. And I'm it wouldn't come mad no all be na lo. It wouldn't come mad. You were a small person. Nuku mad. Nuku madam Igbo. No small person. So if we take that experience, we better na Icsn. So you're not change your kita. Almost some current. I'm with current members. Future members gabatan. I can no kwaya na video. Could you advise you nyefa when coming in?
My biggest advice more than anything else is to remember that you are partnering with each other. I think when you are in part of an exec, it can be as big as 14 people. And it may be 14 people that you may have only recently met, some of whom you may be really good friends with. You're obviously dealing with a lot of people who've got lots of experience, different personalities, but remember that everybody has the same common goal. And I think that is what is most critical. So really play your part in that common goal so that everybody is, managing their own workload together and doing everything that they can to be able to really help ICSN as an organization prosper, to really help get the word out about us, because there are so many people that still are yet to find out about us as an organization. Of course. And obviously now we even have a new branch in Manchester. We're wanting to be able to expand. And that expansion really takes effort. So when you come in, really come in with that in mind, that I'm really going to bring all that I can to the table, and I'm going to do all that I can to work with the people that I'm with to really collaborate as effectively as possible.
Okay, ikwutela ọfụma. Onwere ajụjụ m ga-ajụ gị, but achọrọ m ịsa ajụjụ for you, because I will never forget that position.
No problem.
Ajụjụ chọrọ gị, throughout your time, ebe ahụ, kedu time you enjoy in Icsn, as an exec? Which of the time did you enjoy? And I think I can answer that for you. Because each time you made he was president. I went boggy. He went what I will Mike. It might be good that day. Remember? He could that day. Come back if he could put that. Cha. He will.
The one and only time that I was going to do it, because technically it's not really us that do it, it's men.
That mukita mamu sitting there in Italia. I see you kukwe again.
Oh my gosh, no. Gosh, that's definitely one of the memories that I have that I really do cherish. Actually, running the Iriju Festival as the president. It was a lot of hard work to get there, but I was very glad when we did, and actually to see the outcomes. And I will always be thankful to my team. They were amazing, and to every volunteer that we had as well. At that time, like it was more help than I can even really describe. Actually, also I had a really wonderful time with being admin exec, to be honest with you, throughout. And I think my experience for both was very different, because with the admin exec, I was with a lot of people who'd been part of ICSN for a very long time, many of them who'd been friends of mine for a very long time. And then with being president, I was actually managing a team of people who, for the most part, I had really just met. We were all very new to each other. So the experiences had, pros and cons in a number of different ways, and were really wonderful opportunities for me to learn on both sides. And I think and as I said, that's one of the things that's really beautiful about being part of ICSN, is that it's always an opportunity for you to really learn and grow as a person. So yeah, that's what I'd really say in terms of.
Okay, that's very good. I can thank you. Manchester. One of the things that ICSN EJ recruit to Igbo graduates. Yeah. Young Igbo graduates in different places. Imachana University, in Igbo Nejeza Akwukwo Keta, Igbo Naguza Akwukwo. I am a PhD graduate at the age of 25. I am a PhD. What I know go far. So because Kodo you see we recruit to these young graduates. Kabia Kwamaka ICSN join Kwanya. Brook this baton to the next generation. For the next 25 years on.
I think what will be most important really is actually getting in as early as possible. If you're waiting to when people are graduating, it can be a bit more difficult, because at the point where I'm just thinking about even when I graduated and when people graduate, your biggest focus is finding work. So I guess if we are offering things like recruitment drives and things like that as part of maybe one of our meetings, that is a means by which people would be able to find out more about us, and also be able to offer them something. That's probably one way if you're talking about graduates. But I would even think go in earlier whilst they are still at uni. engaging some of their ACS groups, because within their ACS groups, I would imagine that there are obviously Igbo people that are there who may not know about us and through who may actually want to then be able to attend, form a branch of us in that particular city. All of these kinds of things I think are really important. And even the fact that we obviously have various classes, being able to do workshops to showcase our classes at some of these ACS meetings that they may have and things like that, let people know more about our organization. And there may be, I guess, possibly in that way, by engaging with them, opportunities for us to advertise who we are in their spaces, so like on their online spaces and things like that. That may be another method by which we can engage them. But yeah, I think being able to get in earlier is how you be able to get like graduates to be part of us, I think.
So because there was two more questions, because can't you can be now English I na sukwa de agbo na asukwa Igbo nwantente can be na alone last because zananyi because neba je kweno nte can be na alone last.
When I was last back in 2018, I actually, which is a very long time.
18.
It's very, listen, 18, for me, 19, it hurts.
20, 21,
it hurts. 22, 23. Do you know what happened? Jokes apart, I planned to go in 2020.
COVID hit.
I was supposed to be there for 2 months. That was my plan. I was going to go from March to May. COVID shut everything down. My plan is to go back really this year, to be honest.
By the grace of God.
No, by force, by fire.
Oh, yes.
That one, honestly.
Oh, yes.
Every time I'm talking to my cousins and they're just having, their enjoyment is too much for me.
Oh, yeah, no.
You just join. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, my year on £1 now. No, £1 was 1,300 naira.
I'm telling you,
it's join and the millionaire club in Nigeria. They join in the millionaire club in Nigeria. There's £1,000. I'm on salary gikali £1,000.
I'm telling
salary
you.
£5,000.
I'm telling
you will want to 1,000. You buy no millionaire club. Because can't you get? So my last question, because before my last two questions, because what does it mean to be Igbo?
This question is do you know what? I'm gonna answer this here from two ways. To be Igbo, primarily, you are of Igbo descent. And I really want to highlight that because I think sometimes, especially when you are from the diaspora, there can be a way in which indigents can other you somehow, sometimes. And I think it's really important to know that, like, no matter where it happens to be that you grew up, we are all one. And all of us on some level want to be able to engage much more with our culture. It is important to us. It is part of our identity, and it can never leave us, no matter what. Even people who try to deny small, it cannot leave them. They're not serious. So that is the primary thing. And I think, and that kind of goes back to the other word that I think of when I think about what it means to be Igbo, which is community. We are such a community-oriented people, which I think is the beauty about us. And I really want that to continue to be part of, I guess, what we do and the heart of what we do, which is why obviously an organization as big and amazing as Icsn is such an important part of what we have in the UK.
Okay, thank you. Because here now in the camera that because here in Icsn, go Icsn, go for call for Igbo. Organiru, we don't know Organiru culture. Yeah, give them some word of encouragement for 25 years because
Icsn, obviously from the bottom of my heart, I love you. Well done as an organization. We have done so much and we will continue to. We are at the heart of this community in the UK, and I think especially for younger people, and it's so important that we continue to strive for more, that we continue to serve with all of our hearts so that we can become all that we've ever dreamed to be. Like in the next 25 years, when we look back and we see how much we would have grown and expanded, and we can really say like, oh, I was a part of this. So I want to encourage you, be a part of this in every which way that you can, like really contribute, strive for more for Icsns, and by giving more, by drawing more people, and we will see us go to higher heights. It will be amazing, truly.
ndị be anyị unu anụgo na ya biko na ọ na-ewetala English ọsịrị jee weta dictionary na ọ ga-akakọ gị mma English a na-enye m isi ọwụwa nwa ọnwụ nwa jere school ọfụma so ndị be anyị na-asịkwa na ndeewo na-asịkwa nwanne anyị nwaanyị biko anyị na-asị gị ekene dịrị gị biko echezikwana ka anyị bịa kwọrọ gị aka just nọrọ na-apụta naanị kwala anyị aka na-atụbakwala anyị ilu na-asịkwa anyị how you are doing, do you need help, is there something you need, sponsorships, money, anything you can help us out, you got contact, because I'm with contact gị jụrụ eju, so you just extend that to us.
Always
echezikwana anyị because nke anyị na-emekọ ihe niile anyị chọkwa ka ị bịakwa ka ị na-enyekwala anyị aka
100%. I am always here. And I mean, I'm part of obviously our alumni group chat and even the ICSN Connects chat for this exact reason.
Thank you.
Because I want to always be able to support in any way that I can. I think
Thank you very much. So I can just say magical goes ye ni email anyị and ije giga wije awele. You have need to like I got delegate ma. Yes, what's it?
Amen. That's okay.
Say yes, say amen.
I can say amen.
No shaking. Delegate mangwan ka odekwa na chukwu gozie unu ka odin.
Amen. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Darling.